Adam Friedman, Rivals.com, national recruiting analyst and rankings director for Rivals, here with Rivals 250 offensive lineman Olaus Alinen. Did a bunch of visits over the last few weeks. He's also got a top four that he just announced. Let's talk about that top four to start out with. Okay, Olaus, we got Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Miami making this top four. We're going to go in alphabetical order here, so I don't want anybody to think we're playing favorites. Alabama makes the top four. You just visited there. Tell me about your time with Alabama's coaching staff and being on campus there. What really stood out about that experience?
I mean, I had a great time. It was my third time there, so I'm just kind of starting to get familiar with the place and like how things work there. But like, it was just really good to see their practice and the way they operate everything with a strict plan and how they follow that, and like how you can like feel they have the standard for success when you're around there.
Gotcha. Okay, great. When you think about Alabama's place in your top group, where do you think that they stand compared to some of these other schools?
I mean, I would say like no other school will be at any different position right now. Like these are all schools uh, that I think really highly of, and like, and I wanna be able to have my family at these visits with me this summer to see all these schools, and then kind of feel out what feels the best for me.
Okay. Ohio State also making the list there, but I said we're going to go in alphabetical order, so we're going to go with Georgia next. When you
Yeah.
think about Georgia, national champs, known for what they did on the defensive side of the ball and what their offensive line can do. When you think about all of that and your time visiting and everything, what do you think about the Bulldogs and where they stand compared to some of these other schools?
I mean, the Bulldogs they have done an impressive job with like just being setting the standard for winning, uh, being able to dominate kind of the SEC East over the past years and producing a lot of good talent, and they also really have like a similar type of system of operating than Alabama, I would say. Um, and also like I used to my dad used to play uh, in Atlanta when he was younger, and that's like kind of the only place in the U.S. that I have experienced living before I came to this boarding school here, and like I know some people from around there, and like I feel like that's pretty cool to have that connection there as well.
Great. Okay. Very good. And then Miami coming up next there in the top four. Coaching staff over there is brand new. Coach Cristobal bringing his guys over from Oregon. When you think about the Hurricanes, what were the most attractive things going on with the Hurricanes for you?
I mean, the most attractive things for me is the coaching staff. The coaching staff really is new to Miami, but they're not new to me. Coach Cristobal and Coach Mirabal started recruiting me my freshman year when I was still in Finland. They must have been my second scholarship offer, and they've stayed in touch really frequently ever since, and it has never stopped. They're come by the school multiple times, and it has always been a great relationship. And I feel like there are really some people that I could see myself playing for, and I also think that it's a program on the rise, and if they can keep some of that talent from South Florida in there and get some other high prospects from around the country, they're going to do really well.
Okay. When was the last time you were down there?
I haven't been there yet.
Okay. Do you have an official visit planned there? Do you have an unofficial visit planned there?
I have an official visit planned, and then I hopefully will do an official visit before that as well.
Okay. Very good. What do you know the dates for those?
Official visit will be the first weekend of June, June 2nd, and then the unofficial visit I might go to their spring game maybe. It's
Okay.
probably the 16th of April.
Okay, very good. All right, and then let's get to the Buckeyes here. Ohio State, I know, is a school that you've been very interested in for a very long time. What are the main factors when you consider Ohio State in your recruitment?
I feel like they have a really good culture in their team. Uh, the way players interact with each other, how coaches interact with players, and I feel like it's a place where it's really comfortable to be at. And then they also have really strong tradition in college football, really strong tradition for success as well. Even in the past years, they have a lot of first rounders, a lot of draft picks 2000s, 2010s, you name it, there's a chance to also win a national championship. And I've been able to build a really strong bond with Coach Fry also during his time there. So all those factors together make Ohio State a really good option for me.
Very good. Okay, let's move on to the upcoming visits here. You mentioned the official visit to Miami. You've got a couple other ones coming up though too. I know you've got official visits to Alabama already set. What's the date for that one again?
I think it's the 10th. So my
Mhm.
official visits will be each weekend of June. So Miami is the 2nd, Bama is 10th, I think Georgia is 17th, and then Ohio State is like 24th, I think.
Okay, and do you have a commitment date set yet, or I mean, it sounds like it could happen pretty quickly thereafter. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I mean that's the plan, kind of to be committed before the senior year. I really haven't set any date for that because I feel like I don't want to rush it if some of that like doesn't clear my mind where I want to be and still want to take some time and maybe go to some games in the fall and or or something changes. But I would hope to decide before the season, probably at some point in July or August.
Okay, very good. All right. Olaus Alinen, Rivals 250 offensive lineman with his top four, taking another big step in his recruitment. Really appreciate your time. Good luck with the rest of your visits and these official visits that are coming up through the month of June. Really appreciate it, Olaus.
Okay, thank you for having me.